is up, everybody? It's time for me to just randomly film a video because I just realized that for the first time ever, I have been tagged in a tag video. It wasn't just me deciding to do it. So I figured I would just do it right away. Just do it right away. And so you get me however I look today, no makeup, because I couldn't be arsed. I was tagged in this book tag by the Bookish Bastard, who makes awesome videos. You should go check her out. Plus she's Irish, you know, there's that. It's a point in her favor right there. She did hers drunk. I'm not gonna do mine drunk because I don't drink alcohol. This is a really long tag. I'm gonna try to give short answers. This is the BookTube TMI tag. Strap in, kids. Number 1, whose clothing style from a book do you like? I decided to go with Katniss because who doesn't want to wear something that's like, looks like it's on fire? Their movie versions aren't that great, but the ones I pictured when I was reading the books looked amazing. And the rest of the time, she's usually wearing like really practical clothes for running around and surviving in. So I would be all about that. Number 2, your book boyfriend or fictional crush. This one goes to Numair from the Emperor Mage series. Oh my. I just pictured him super tall, super hot. Yes. Plus, he's a really powerful mage who can turn into animals. He's just cool and badass. Number 3, a character that you started out loving and then started hating. And that spot goes to Charlotte Miller from A Cursed Darkest Gold. I really thought I was going to love her when I started reading the book. She was clever, she was business-minded. I was ready for her to face that Rumpelstiltskin using her brains. And then she just threw her brains right out the window for this one really strong character trait that I didn't understand and got so frustrated by, I was about ready to throw the book out the window and never see it again. So I started loving Charlotte, and then I started hating Charlotte. If you want to know my thoughts, I have a review of A Cursed Darkest Gold. Go check that out. Number 4, the biggest book on your shelf. Actually isn't on my shelf at the moment, it's on the floor, because it's holding down some papers that were wrinkly, and it's flattening them, but I'll get it. This is my grandfather's Webster's New International Dictionary, 2nd edition, unabridged. This thing. And this also answers the next question, what is the heaviest book on your shelf? This probably weighs about as much as I do. Holy fuck. This is a huge ass book. I love it though, because look at how pretty this is. And usually it sits on my shelf and looks pretty, but right now it's holding down papers, because it's heavy as fuck. Number 6, do you have any book posters? No, unless you count a play poster, which I do, in which case I own a beautiful poster that my mother got me, and it's framed, of Shakespeare plays. I love it, it's beautiful. 7, do you have any book-themed jewelry? I have a lot of gaming-themed jewelry, but no book-themed jewelry. It's sad. 8 is book OTP. My real OTP would probably be Becca and Farmer from the Becca Cooper series by Tamara Pierce, but I have decided on kind of a joke OTP because right now I am reading the 2nd book in the Young Elite series, which I didn't really enjoy the first one, but I read it and I enjoyed it enough, and you'll find out my thoughts on the 2nd one when I finish and do a review of that, but I have decided that I ship Adelina and Taryn, the good guy and the bad guy, and it makes no sense. They have no chemistry. It's one of those crack ships that I almost never have, but I have decided that I ship it so hard. It's ridiculous. And so that is my current ship, OTP crack ship right now. Deal with it. Number 9, favorite book series. You all know what my answer is going to be. Right now, anyway, as of the filming of this, my favorite book series is still the Becca Cooper series by Tamara Pierce. Oh my gosh, what are you doing with your life? Go read those books. Number 10, favorite book to movie soundtrack adaptation. That would be, for me, The Lord of the Rings / The Hobbit. Now, the Hobbit movies have all kinds of problems that we are not going to go into here, but the music ain't one of them. Number 11 is a series you miss or wish would continue. I went with a series that supposedly is going to continue, but that is the Rust series of graphic novels, which I just finished. Review will be coming up shortly, if it hasn't already, from me. And I know there's going to be a 4th one, but it is not out yet, and details are basically non-existent about when it will come out. And this upsets me very much, and I need it. So if this never happens, I might have to stalk this person. I might have to stalk Ryadan Lep, or whatever his name is, and get him to finish this series. Because otherwise I might die. I'm really excited about having found a graphic novel series that I can enjoy. Number 12 is your favorite standalone book. I don't have necessarily a favorite one, but I do have a video where I talk about a list of my favorite standalone books. So I would go check that out for your in-depth answer, because I don't really have a specific favorite. Number 13, when do you read books? Whenever I can. Usually I end up reading them like in the car if I'm waiting to go into work or have a little extra time. I always have a car book. A book that I have along with me in the car at all times, pretty much. I also have a job which allows me to listen to a lot of recorded books because I do a lot of driving for my job, and so I mostly absorb my books in that way these days. My cat Nigel is here. He has a super long tail, and he doesn't often hang out because he thinks he's Batman, and he's super aloof. So here's Nigel, everyone. Batman. So that's the giant tail that keeps swinging across my face is Nigel's. Number 14 is, which Hogwarts house are you in? I am a Slitherpuff. I have always considered myself a Hufflepuff because I'm super duper loyal and I'm really into standing up for your friends, and I'm kind of a big old softie. Shh, don't tell anyone. But when I took the quiz on Pottermore, it said I was a Slytherin, which I can also see because I am very ambitious. I am going to follow my dreams and become a famous writer no matter what it takes. And so I can definitely see both of those aspects in me, and so I am a Slitherpuff. Number 15, quality you look for in a book. Everybody who knows me knows that it's gotta be the characters. I will forgive most other flaws in your book if you have good, engaging characters. Number 16 is favorite book quote. I can never remember quotes. I always encounter these questions and I'm like, fuck if I remember. I don't know, I don't remember that kind of thing. I'll see a cool quote in a book and I'll be like, yeah, that was awesome, great turn of phrase, and then I will not remember it. Favorite author? Oh, there are a whole bunch, but I always love Brian Jakes. I always love Tamara Pierce. I always love Lloyd Alexander. There are so many other ones, new ones coming along, but those are the ones that I will have and probably will always love. Favorite book cover? Okay, for this I'm going to have to disturb Nigel because it's over there. I said the book's over there, so I'm sorry, Nigel. This was my grandmother's book. This is The Hobbit. It's beautiful. You can't really, it's hard to appreciate. But look, the sides have this modeling on it. It's a gorgeous book. Oh, Kinshu is here now. All my cats are here. But this book belonged to my grandmother. As I said, my grandparents loved books and they had a huge collection, and I got quite a few of those books when they died. So this one is just, it's just beautiful. Number 19, action or romance? Action, please. I like romance inside of a book, but I'm not really much of a romance book reader. Number 20 is, where do you go when a sad moment happens? Nowhere. I stay where I am. I don't really show my emotions outwardly very often, so if I'm reading something sad, nobody would know. I always have this stony face of barely concealed rage, is just what my resting face looks like. People are always asking me why I'm so pissed. 21, how long does it take you to finish a book? However long it takes. I don't time it. Do you time it? I don't time it. 22, how long is your mourning period? 0. 0 long. I don't really have a mourning period. I just carry on to the next book. 23, least favorite book. Oh, I have a lot of those, but I'm not allowing myself to say certain books. Many of you can probably guess. So my least favorite book that I've read recently was Invasion of the Tierling. Big steaming pile of poo. There's a review for that. Go check it out. 24, turn on in a character. I don't know if this is supposed to be like a male character that I find hot or just a character traits that I love, but a character has to be a little bit snarky. They have to have a full and developed personality, of course. I like a badass. I'll admit, I like me some female power fantasy, so if you got a female character and she's a badass, that's awesome. Also, must be sweet and caring. If they could have a secret softie side just like me, perfect. Turn off in a character, being a flat, uninteresting character, not being sassy or snarky, and I really am sick to death of dark, broody badasses. I don't care if you got your soul pain up in here, get gone. I don't have time for your problems, buddy. There's usually a world that needs to be saved. Go be emo somewhere else. 26, the reason you joined BookTube. I was lonely. You know, it's fun making videos, but like if nobody watches them, it's a little sad and depressing. So, even though I have some problems with BookTube culture, I found some good people who are kind of outside of that a little bit too. We're gonna band together, possibly take over the world. You guys with me? I know you with me. I joined BookTube to take over the world. Name a scary book. Immediately I thought of Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, which is a book series that I loved when I was a kid. Everybody else was reading R.L. Stine, and I was like, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, because those illustrations will fuck you up. 28, last book that made you cry. I don't really remember. Books don't usually make me cry, even if it's super sad. Maybe mine, because I have to edit it, and that makes me cry. I hate editing. 29, last book you gave 5 stars. I've been trying to tone down my 5 stars. I feel like that is reserved for books that are like not perfect, and I haven't really found too many of those. So I just went on my Goodreads and found the first book I could find that I had given 5 stars, and that was actually a play called Our Country's Good, which is about the first penal colony in Australia. It's an amazing play. I've been in it a couple of times, and it is astounding, and I love it. Go see it if you can. 30, favorite book titles. We would be here all day if I started spouting off my favorite book titles, so I'm just gonna say lots of them. Last book you read? Time to get down, cat. Rust, The Death of the Rocket Boy by Riordan Lepp. 32, book that you are currently reading, The Rose Society, the second in the Young Elite series. Review to come as soon as I finish it. 33, last book adaptation you watched, that would probably be Grantchester. I actually have not read the books, but I love the show, mostly because of the fellow who plays Sydney. A giant crush on him and his sexy, sexy voice. He also voices Cole in Dragon Age Inquisition. Okay guys, because YouTube hates me and doesn't want me to be happy or have nice things, it is not allowing me to post videos longer than 15 minutes, because of an earlier infringement involving one of my music videos, which has since been taken down, but that doesn't matter. Anyway, this video is kinda long because there are 50 questions, so there are a few more hilarious answers to come in the next section, which you can link to, either right here or in the doobly-doo. You have options. Just please go check out the next section as well for the rest of the questions. Thank you!